Hi, everyone. I am so excited. It is week two. Yes, week two, and I still got my pom poms. I'm still cheering you on. Hopefully, you gleaned something from week one when I talked about occupational and financial as the balance in the areas of intentional discipline, the seven disciplines of intentional living. Yes, so week one, I discussed occupational and financial balance. Today, week two, and I'm so grateful if you're able to watch this live. If not, you can go back to this and play it over and over again. But we're going to speak on emotional balance and why it's so important. To build emotional balance, one must advocate and put themselves as a priority. You can't give your best to your family, your community, and your colleagues if you were overwhelmed and burned out. One of the things that I use, I keep this stress ball in my car. And when traffic is crazy or someone cuts me off, I'm intentional. I place this in my car. I grab it, I squeeze it, and I get recentered. And I count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are just, a stress ball is just one of the ways to get emotional balance. What does that look like? So, emotional balance, it's about your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, because they're all interconnected. And I want you all to challenge, what does that look like? So again, I want you to go into a SWOT analysis. And this emotional balance, this is where you really have to be courageous and keep it real with yourself. So a SWOT analysis, many businesses use it to help them get really laser focused and create and develop a strategy. What makes them different? What makes them unique from their competitors? So SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So for emotional balance, what strengths do you have when it comes to emotional balance? Maybe you are objective, you don't jump to conclusions right away, you gather all the information, or maybe you just are very animated and you just see things just one way and that's it. What are some weaknesses? This is where you can invite people that you trust and care about you to ask them what weaknesses or areas of improvements in the area of emotions that you could improve on. Maybe you have irrational thoughts where it's all or nothing, or everyone is out to get me, or nothing ever works. That is irrational thinking, or having the feeling of where you're constantly depressed, where you just isolate yourself, pull back. That is not healthy. Or then you have the behaviors where you just drink or you do things that are not healthy to numb the pain instead of maybe going to a support group, reaching out for help, counseling, therapy. Again, stress balls. I also encourage soaking in a bath with Epsom salt, and they all come in so many different flavors like lavender and spearmint, all that may be calming and relaxing. Look into these things. Also, I carry lotion in my purse that is orange scented because citrus wakes up our senses. You ever peel into an orange or a lemon or a lime? That citrus, it really just brightens up everything and it gets you going. Another opportunity to think about is breathing techniques. through the nose and out the mouth, and just relaxing, just blocking everything off. When you are working home remotely, or you're struggling to find a job because your hours have been reduced, or everybody is wanting your attention, you have to think about, what are you willing to put in place to get emotionally balanced when the world is chaotic like we're experiencing now, or maybe even prior to? What are you willing to do? Because if you are emotionally off center, it's going to travel to every other area, like your finances, like your occupation, spiritually. Some other opportunities is self awareness. Again, what are you willing to do to become self aware? It takes courage and boundaries. You may have noticed that people take advantage of you. Maybe you take advantage of other people. That's because boundaries are not set. And if you care more about something or someone more than yourself, then you need to reevaluate what's going on. Boundaries, healthy boundaries. And then self care. And I mentioned some self care opportunities. Again, counseling, therapy, stress balls, support groups, journaling. So, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities. So, I discussed strengths and weaknesses. So, what are some opportunities in the area of emotional balance? Maybe it's an opportunity to write a book, because you're realizing you're not the only one that feels this way or the only one that has experienced this situation. So maybe it's an opportunity to put it on paper and to write a book, or to start that blog or that vlog. So those are just a few opportunities that come from being emotionally balanced, being mindful of your thoughts and feelings and behaviors. And then what are the threats? What are people perceiving in you? What situations have gotten you in trouble? What situations, if you could take it back, you just, you know what, that wasn't a good call. Again, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, emotional balance. And I'll repeat, to build emotional balance, one must advocate and put themselves as a priority. Sometimes we don't do that enough. We make mama, daddy, our children, our husband, our wife, the job. Everybody has a priority except us. Are you taking your vacation days? Are you taking those walks? Are you meditating? All of this is very helpful. I know one thing that has helped me. I lost my mother in December, but I've also struggled with sleeping, doing a lot of tossing and turning. My mind is like a computer with a bunch of open tabs. Can anybody relate? And when my mind is just constantly zooming and thinking and rehearsing and reminding myself of, okay, I need to do this tomorrow. I need to do that. I need to call this person. I better write this down. I'm losing sleep. And sleep is so important. I try to get at least 8 hours a day. Many people operate and function just well with 4 to 6 hours. That's great. I am not a morning person. So you know I love you if I am on here live at 8 o'clock doing this, the 7 disciplines of intentional living. I am so not a morning person, but I'm trying to be consistent. So what I found out was a Christian app. I have it on my phone. It's called Abide. and it's scriptural meditation. There are various people who will help pray over you. They'll use biblical scripture. There's the sound of water. Sometimes it's nature sounds. And therefore, I'm relaxed from my head to my shoulders to my back, my legs, my feet. And before I know it, as I'm listening to this meditation, I'm drifting off to sleep. And it works. And I absolutely love it. So again, my name is Jennifer Foxworthy. I am the founder and CEO of Inspirationally Speaking, LLC. It is my passion, my desire to help you identify any internal and external barriers that may keep you from living a purposeful life, from living peacefully, from having joy, from being happier. Maybe your production at work has decreased. Maybe you've isolated yourself during this time frame. Whatever it is, it's time to get centered. 2020 was the year of vision. Hopefully you gained some clarity. Now the year 2021, 21 is the year of maturity. I want you and myself to mature through all aspects. And there's 7 of them. And each week I am covering them. So again, I love you. I hope you find this fruitful. Grab a stress ball, put it in your car, put it in your purse, wherever you can grab it. In those stressful times, start squeezing, start counting, get back to centered, get back to focus. I want you to have a Get Fit mindset. Get Fit is a brand, my motto for Inspirationally Speaking. Fit is the root word for fitness, but we need to be fit in all avenues of our lives. And FIT stands for focused, intentional, and thriving. Have a wonderful day.